introducing to others. She is a loving and loving and wonderful mother to two amazing sons. She is totally an inspiration to me personally. As an ambassador for women, she is the founder of WOW, which stands for Women Overcoming the World Movement, and leading lady for Build Her. She is so dedicated to so many women globally. She's played a pivotal role in the launch of several international companies, one which achieved over 3 billion in sales within a decade. Her objective is to positively impact the lives of 10 million women, both directly and indirectly. I want to introduce to you this amazing woman. She is a director of operations and the for the filtration system line. I present to you on today Mrs. Kim Bean. Help me welcome her on.
Hey, 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 how's it going, ladies
It's
and gentlemen?
going great.
Awesome,
Woo!
awesome. Great to be on this line. Blessed to wake up on this beautiful day today. How are we? Put some thumbs up in the chat, put some hearts in the chat. Let me know you're out there. Welcome, welcome to each and every one of you. Super excited to be on this line tonight. Today, this morning, not actually night. Normally, I'm doing this calls in the evenings. However, I get an opportunity to see you all's beautiful faces today. I'm on the line definitely not to share about anything about me, but I just want to give you a little history. Thank you for hosting, Kathy. It's been amazing, this journey with what I'm about to share with you. And ex let me see my screen here. And excited to provide some really great information that I've learned over the years, over a decade of years, to be quite honest with you. My little background, I've had 18 years of corporate America. Been in an industry of direct sales for almost 20 years. I know I look like I'm 21, right? But what I'm about to share with you is allowing me to stay and look youthful. But ladies and gentlemen, with my background, I've always been a part of something big. Not to say that I woke up and that was my life goal. My life goal was to really make it in the corporate world. That's what I thought. I thought I was going to make it in the corporate world, climbing up the corporate ladder to realize that in the corporate world, my ladder was on the wrong side of the wall, and I didn't make it all the way up to the top, right? Not to the top of where I wanted to go. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be multimillionaire. But what I realized by the time after college, after working in corporate America, I did realize that I couldn't be a millionaire working for anyone at that time. Okay. And so that's when I tapped into my entrepreneur side, got into some real estate. The industry kind of fluked, went downhill in 2008. Caught myself 6 months pregnant, going through a foreclosure, going through vehicle repossessions, not knowing if my husband and I were coming or going, to be quite honest with you. And that's when I realized that I needed to tap into my entrepreneur side, and get creative. And that's what I continue to do. I'm blessed enough to say that I retired at the beautiful age of 23, and excited to say that so some people are wondering how I could retire at the age of 23. Well, there's some components that I could share with you towards the end, or even on another call, how you too could tap into a income revenue. But more than anything, I want to share with you a health component, that a division that we just started. Our company is called Build. Our division that I'm going to share with you today is called Rain H2O. Rain H2O. Let me share the screen so that way you could have a visual too. I'm a visual person as well as an audio learner, so I like to see and hear at the same time. So our company has partnered up with a manufacturer in California. The manufacturer has been around for almost 30 years, 1994 up until this point. The partnership that we have with our manufacturer, I love it because of the simple fact that, number one, they're USA based. That means everything I'm going to share with you today is made in the United United States of America. More importantly, they are the pioneers. He's an engineer by trade. He is a pioneer in the industry of mineralized water. Okay. We came up with the company of Rain H2O, partnered up with our manufacturer because their advanced technology allows us to have aesthetically pleasing drinking water. It's not just the drinking water that is the greatest component of it all, it's the health component by drinking the water. Our manufacturer of our Rain H2O product line has experienced extreme phenomenal growth, and we just launched September. And so I'm excited to say that you're one of the first handful of people hearing about our products, and I guarantee you we will be a household name. So, I want to share with you some tidbits and some knowledge that I learned over the years about our water, our tap water to be exact. And over the years, and as you can see right here, there's articles from Call Matters, Forbes, the Texas Tribune, and they're articles talking about our water. Okay, I heard somebody from California on the line. The water supplies throughout California will exceed new national limits. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency today unveiled that the first nationwide limits on dangerous forever chemicals in drinking water. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not excluded. If you're not in California, we're not excluded. Texas is the same way. Nevada is the same way. Missouri is the same way. Ladies and gentlemen, there are asbestos, nitrate, chlorine. If you ever smelled bad odor from your tap water, if you've ever drank your water, your tap water, and there's a bad taste to it, guess what? It's because you're drinking bacteria, pesticides, herbicides, cysts, E. coli, viruses in our water. Well, why do you say why is that? Because it goes through our municipalities or utility companies and they clean out the water. Ladies and gentlemen, our municipalities are recycling our sewer water, recycling the water that we're already using from washing dishes, flushing the toilet, taking baths, so on and so forth. Well, they only clean up the water enough to make it somewhat legal. Ladies and gentlemen, the pipes, the waters that are flowing through our pipes looks very similar to what you see in this picture. I got a chance to take my son, my boys to back home from my hometown, a house that I grew up in. It looks almost the same, just older, right? Well, what I realized is that even though the house looks almost the same, just older, guess what? The pipes underneath the home, it's also old too. And that home has been around since when I was growing up in the 70s. Guess what? Oh my gosh, I just showed my age. I just told my age. Okay, it's out there in the 70s. And the pipes are still exactly the same. They didn't change it. They didn't alter it. They didn't replace it. The drinking water taken from rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and wells are pumped into our municipal water plants. We're drinking that water. We're bathing in that water. What happens is then at that point, that water is then filtered out based on the general standards of the municipalities. They remove some of the natural and man-made contaminants, not all of it. And the concerns for us is this: the bacterial, the parasites, different infections, the chloramine and the chemicals and the chlorine that's added into our water. Then we're now consuming that water into our bodies. The water then travels through these piping systems, and guess what? It's dated, it's old. And then this is what we're drinking our water out of. Well, you might say, oh, you know what? I don't drink that water. I drink filtered water through my refrigerator. That's great. That is a notch up. I salute you for that. The only thing is those minerals that they're attempting to put back in, they're not doing so. Okay, they're not doing so. And so if you've ever heard of Flint, Michigan, give me a thumbs up in the chat group or a shout out or a hands up, some hearts that you've heard of Flint, Michigan and the huge nationwide crisis that took place some years ago. Exactly. It was huge. It took place and it was nationwide. Flint, Michigan, no, not many people knew of Flint, Michigan up until the point where they had this water crisis, ladies and gentlemen. When they had this water crisis, it illuminated the entire world. And they said, you know what? What exactly is going on? Why are so many people in Flint, Michigan getting sick, getting hospitalized, and some even passing away in Flint, Michigan? So there were different water companies that came out to Flint, Michigan to test out the water, to do proper sanitation to the water, but what they realized is that they still did everything and tested the water, sanitized the water, put chemicals, more chemicals into the water, but the water was still toxic for people to bathe in, drink in. They had boil alerts, constant boil alerts, double boil alerts. And the reason being behind it wasn't even the water. Our manufacturer flew out to Flint, Michigan after all these other water companies did their due diligence, did their testings. Guess what? Out of all those water companies, our manufacturer found the exact reason why the water crisis took place in Flint, Michigan. And it wasn't even the water. It was the pipes that I just told you about my hometown, going back to my home, and the pipes are still old. Not even just my hometown, the home that I live in right now. It was built into 2005. I've been living in our home for 5 years now. From my knowledge, the pipes have never been replaced. So my pipes are exactly the same as what you just saw. Your pipes might be exactly the same as well too, or you might have a new home, but you're not still not excluded from the challenges of tap water. Okay? So people ask, why did you partner specifically? Why did you partner up with this manufacturer? Well, number one, they're the pioneers of mineralized water. They're the ones that brought the concept of mineralized water. And you might say, okay, why were we talking about mineralized water when I thought we were talking about alkaline water? Mineralized water is the process. Our engineer, our manufacturer is an engineer by trade. He's the one that brought that concept over. Just recently, the society has made it popular with the word alkaline. It's no different than you drinking your cup of coffee and it was popular to have a Starbucks in your hand, right? And then it made coffee popular. And speaking of coffee being popular, that's pretty much where we had solid success in a coffee business. The what Miss Cathy was sharing with you, where we made the company billions of dollars due to coffee. Well, that was an eye opener. I've been drinking alkaline water for over a decade and a half. Okay, for, over 15 years, I've been drinking alkaline water. That's why I'm very fanatical about my health when it comes to the water. Well, what I realized is when I went to Starbucks to have my coffee was in a little sachet. I'm drinking it right now. I don't have the sachet with me, but it was a sachet that I would put into a cup, and all I would have to do is just add water. It already had the sugar and cream on it. And no, this is not a coffee commercial, okay? But all I had to do was just stir the water, okay? But when I went to Starbucks, when I went to Dunkin' Donuts, when I went to the gas station and I used their water, the water was just not the same, okay? Even with my delicious coffee, it did not taste the same. But when I went home and poured my alkaline hot water into my mug and stirred up the coffee, the flavor was robust. And it wasn't the coffee, it was the water that made it so delicious, ladies and gentlemen. It does make a difference. But back to what I'm sharing with you, there are chloramine added to our tap water. There's chlorine added to our tap water. What is chlorine? Chlorine is a chemical element that is put into our water, typically put into our disinfectants that we clean our household with, clean our bathrooms with, clean our kitchens with, clean our granite with, clean our marble with, clean and dust things off of. That's what they put disinfectants in. That's what the chlorine is. Okay, that's what the chloramine is. Okay, these are articles. What you see right now are articles that have been written about the chlorine and the chloramine and the chemicals that are placed into our water. Okay, listen to this. Okay, coronary's cholesterol chlorine. Chlorine is the greatest crippler and killer of modern times. While it prevented epidemics of one disease, it was creating another. Okay, I could go on a huge tangent when it comes to epidemics that are out there. Okay, I'm not in the medical field. I'm not here to give you, medical testimonies and what you should do medically. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. But what I could tell you right now is that when FDA regulates a certain product, it's because they're making money. The government is making money. And if you're not going to the hospital, they're not making money. So therefore, anything that's healthy, they won't put their stamp of approval on it because that means that you're getting healthy. And if you're getting healthy, you're not going to the doctor. You're not subscribing for prescriptions. Okay? That's a hint, that's a clue. When I tell you chlorine and chloramine is in our water and we're drinking it, we're bathing in it, we're washing our fruits and our vegetables in it, that is the reason why our stomachs get irritated. That's the reason why our skins get agitated. There's all of these skin diseases, kidney diseases, heart diseases. And anytime you hear someone complain about symptoms such as what I've shared with you, the reason being is their body is acidic. Why is their body acidic? Because the water that they're intaking is acidic. The chemicals that they're placing into our water makes our water become acidic. How do these contaminants arrive into our water? From water manufacturing plants, from agricultural pesticides, gasoline leaks into our pipes, into our grass, animal waste, dead animals, the pollution from the rain. Here in Houston, we just had a full 24 hours, practically 24 hours of rain. Well, pollution is coming through the rain and also drugs. We're human. What do? We don't take our drugs and we throw them in the trash. Some of us flush it through our water supply system or sewage waste runoff. And then this is the reason why our municipalities have to dump all of this chlorine, all of this chloramine into our water to clean out all of these bacterias. Okay? And they just make it just decent enough for our water to be clear. Just because our water is clear does not mean that our water is clean and pure. There's a difference. Okay. That's why when you turn on your faucets, there's VOCs, volatile organic compounds, asbestos, chlorine, viruses, bacteria. Well, our products are certified through Water Quality Association, certified through NSF, certified through Water Quality IAPMO. Ladies and gentlemen, we're even qualified and verified, through EWG. What is EWG? Environmental Working Group. This is a third-party agency that collects data. It's nonprofit, okay? It's a agricultural subsidiary that is dedicated to protecting human health through their own environmental research. They do their own due diligence. They have nothing to do with our company. They have nothing to do with third party. They saw our products and they put a stamp of approval on it, which means that our products with the water that runs through our systems are clean, pure, and they put a stamp of approval. Not all companies have these stamps of approval. Why? Because they're not certified. Their product can't be stated where it's pure clean. Our products are made in the USA, which I mentioned several times, and you're going to hear me mention it many more because our products are made in the United States. Our products are quality products. They're not made overseas where they cheapen the product. You don't have to concern about your plastic tubings breaking and the microplastics are in your water now. You don't have to concern yourselves of that. I've had that experience. I've had people on the phone that says my water tastes like plastic, but I have a filtration systems. Come to find out, the cracking of their plastic is now leaking through their water. So they might be paying for thousands and thousands of dollars to pay for the system, but if their system was purchased at a Home Depot or a Lowe's, you're not going to be able to get in contact with them. Their products are manufactured, or at least parts of their products are manufactured overseas. Some of the whole house filtration systems or even water filtration systems that are out there, they come to our manufacturer and they resource our manufacturer, whereas we deal with our manufacturer straight. I've gotten on the phone with the engineer himself, the owner himself. And that's why I love our products and I could back up our products. We have a lifetime guarantee. when it comes to our products. Now, I'm going to pull up. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, if you could put in your zip code. I'm not going to stalk you. Don't worry. I just want your zip code, not your address, just your zip code. Put that into the chat for me. I want to do a little due diligence and let you see for yourself something that I want to share with you here. Okay, I see some in the chat groups. Let's see, let's see. And the lucky winner is dun, 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 dun. I see a zip code of 77373. Let's see, 77373. Uh, Miss Christine Handy. Okay. So I'm going to go to this third-party website that's nonprofit. They don't, benefit any other way outside of donations. Okay. They do their own research, and what they've done is they've collected data from different municipalities and say, hey, you know what? I'm providing this information. So that way the public could now do their own due diligence and be able to see what is in their water. So I'm entering 77373. Okay, so this is Houston, Texas. So I'm probably up the street from you, Ladybug. Harris County Municipal Utility District 82. Does that sound about right, Christine? Is that your utility company? That utility company
Yes.
serves Awesome. Thank you. That utility company serves about 15,621 people in that particular municipality. Now, as you can see, there's other districts here that serve some additional people as well. So my subdivision is very similar. I live towards the south in Siena. And so we have little mud districts. And so my mud district is number 3. So there's multiple mud districts, even though it's all in the same subdivision. So that looks like what we have here. So in your area, I'm going to put in your zip code is entered in, and I'm going to click on your utility company. Okay. So as I click on your utility company, not bad. 9 contaminants, but you're probably like, hold on, contaminants? Not bad, but 9 contaminants. I believe yesterday I had someone in a zip code that had 17 contaminants, but contaminants are contaminants, right? Now, over here, it's 17 total contaminants, but 9 contaminants that exceed over the environmental working group's guidelines. So I want you to look over here to the right-hand side of this page on the second bullet point. That second bullet point says legal limits for contaminants in tap water have not been updated in almost 20 years. So what that basically means is the utility company that we have right now, they don't update their contaminants on an annual basis. As a matter of fact, right now it's 2025. They basically did not update or have not updated their contaminant records since the early 2000s. Okay. Now, that's why EWG took it upon themselves to say, hey, you know what? We need to update this information. So this information here shows that the contaminants that are detected in the zip code of, what did I say? 77373. The contaminants there, and trust me when I tell you, Christine, my zip code is just as bad. That's why I'm on alkaline water and not drinking and washing my fruits and vegetables out of my sink. In this area, there's arsenic, okay? The arsenic that is in your tap water is 683 times higher than the EWG's health guidelines. So arsenic is one of the 9 contaminants that they've detected. Bromochloroacetic acid, 5 times the EWG's health guidelines. Okay. Over here, bromodichloromethane, 40 times higher than the EWG's health guidelines. Bromoform and chloroform, not that bad, but it's 2 times and 2.6 times higher than the guidelines. Dibromoastic acid, 4.3 times. And then you see the other ones here. 24, 20 times, and 25, 55 times. Um, and these are contaminants that are in your tap water. My grandmother passed away of lung cancer 20 years ago. And at that time, much younger, stepping into college, I'm like, why cancer? Why are all these people passing away of cancer? And not just lung cancer, but breast cancer, heart cancer, just different cancers, right? And here we are 20 years later, and there still has not been a cure for cancer. But it's not just cancer. There's other medical diseases that are out there that is becoming much more evident, right? My one of my great friends, she is currently right now in California. She just flew to California this week. Her father just passed away due to dementia. Her mother passed away 6 months ago due to dementia. I just read an article that I was just sharing with Sabrina earlier that it's due to the foods that we eat. I venture to say, even the water that we drink, because of the chemicals that are placed into our food and our water. I was even sharing with her the plastic, the black plastic that, that we heat our foods in, the ones, the to-go containers. They have chemicals in there where we put it into the microwave heats it up, it melts down the chemical, and it absorbs into our water. I mean, it absorbs into our food. Even the utensils that we eat with, it touches the hot food. That's plastic melting into our water. So these are just some of the things that we live day to day life. And we're just thinking, oh, okay, no big deal. Let me go heat up my food. I just had some really delicious Mickey's soul food and I'm about to eat, right? But we don't think about the plastic that's being melted in our food. Or like when we go out to our car, we have a bottle of water and we leave it out there in that Texas heat. And we come back out an hour later and we drink that bottle of water and you could taste the plastic or you could taste it tasting very different. That's the microplastics melting into your water. It's chemicals being absorbed into our water where we drink, and now our body is affected by it medically. I tell people all the time, you could always calculate the medical bills when the medical bills come home and you see the bills for the x-rays, you see the bills for the lab work, you see the bills for laying up in that bed, you see the bills for the prescription, you see all of that, right? And you could add it up and you could calculate the cost of your medical bills. But one thing you can't calculate is when you don't have to go to the hospital and you don't have to go to the doctor and you don't have to take medication for since you guys probably already did the math since I'm a 70s baby. For 40 years, I have not taken medication. I take supplements, but I don't take medicine. I don't take medication. So for me to invest in my body for alkaline water, that's been amazing. It's been amazing health wise. Even when I had COVID a couple of times, my COVID symptoms lasted maybe 24, 48 hours, where other people's COVID symptoms are lingering around for weeks and weeks and weeks. Knock on wood, my husband, he doesn't get sick ever. Like literally, knock on wood, because I'm laying there and he was like, Kim, you have COVID. It doesn't matter. Just get in the bed. And he he's a A-okay. But it's building your immune system over time. And it's the food we eat, the water that we drink. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share this with you. With all of these contaminants in our water, think about it. Read to me, Christine, since I used your zip code. Read to me what's underneath the contaminant of arsenic, or type it in the chat if you can't unmute yourself. Or anybody could put it into the chat. What does it say?
Potential effects, cancer.
Cancer. Look under bromoform. What does it say? Under chloroform, what does it say?
Cancer.
Exactly. Cancer, cancer, cancer. And again, oh, look at this. No legal limit. That means they could dump as much dibromochloromethane into your water. There's no legal limit. That is bananas. I just got goosebumps. I just noticed that. Bromoform, same thing, no legal limit. So it could show 1,000 times, 10,000 times over the EWG's legal limit. And our municipality will say, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. They'll survive. But see, you can't unsee this type of stuff. So these are the things, and so, that goes back to what I was saying about my grandmother. The reason why there's no cure for cancer is because if there was a cure for cancer, nobody will be going to the hospital. Nobody will be getting radiation. Nobody will be getting chemotherapy, right? Yes, it's sad. It's extremely sad. So that's why it's important for myself, the people of the EWG world, the people of the Cathy world, the people of the Sabrina world gets excited about this type of stuff because now we get a chance to make a difference in people's lives simply by changing some habits. And what are those habits? Let me continue to share with you, okay? Okay. So, or this is our body, okay? Our body is made up of brain, lungs, heart, liver, kidney, skin, stomach, bones. Venture to say that all of us on the line has all of this, right? um, well, we only have one set and we have to take care of it. Well, how exactly do we take care of it? We have to make certain that our body is at a neutral or alkaline level. So if you see the graph at the top, there's the acidic side, which means that if you hear anybody saying, you know what, I got a brain fog, I can't remember, okay? If anybody that says they have Alzheimer's or dementia or Parkinson's or any type of challenges with mental clarity, or they wake up and they say, you know what, I phlegm every morning and I'm coughing up, mucus and I'm having trouble breathing and chest pains and fatigue and coughing, or I'm having challenges with my heart, like there's sharp pains in my heart. I'm having stroke. I've had strokes. I have cardiovascular diseases, or acidic damage to their kidneys, or inflammation to their body, or even their stomach, and indigestion and gastric issues and things like that. When you start hearing people say all of these symptoms, it's because their body is acidic. We're not here to say, oh no, you have this, you have that, you have, whatever disease. No. At the end of the day, the issue is your body is acidic. When your body is acidic, it's immune to diseases. Okay? Your body has to fight more to fight off these diseases. Well, how do you fight off diseases? Well, you could fast and starve yourself and not eat and let the disease go away on its own. But our body is not made up to starve. Our body is to be made up to eat, right? So we could eat healthy. That's great. But if your body is made up of anywhere between 80 to 95% water, wouldn't it be important to hydrate your body with a healthier level of water? So if your water right now has all of these chemicals in it, it's safe to say that it's acidic. So when you drink this type of water, and if you ever gone to a restaurant or even drink, your fountain water or refrigerated water, and you feel heavy and you feel bloated, it's because the water that you're drinking is acidic. So now you're adding more acidity into your body. And if your body is made up of what you see here, 80% to 95% of water, guess what? That's why your body becomes acidic. So I use the analogy of this. I have a 44,000 gallon pool in my backyard. During the freeze, it broke down, the pipes broke, so I had to wait till the pool guy is able to come out and fix and maintain the pool. Well, during that freeze, not only my pool broke down, but a lot of people pools broke down as well. So we're waiting on the parts. It took about a week and a half before he came back out to our home to take a look at our pool. By that time, my water in that whole huge, massive pool of water, it started getting murky and dark. And there was algae that was building up, and it was fungus that was building up. And I'm like, holy crap, do I have to dump out all of this water and drain out all of this water? I'm thinking 44,000 gallons of water that I have to dump out. And the guy says, no, don't worry about it, Mrs. Bean. We're going to dump a whole bunch of chlorine in there. We're going to dump a whole bunch of acid in there and other chemicals in there. And within 24 hours, guess what happened? It cleaned out that whole entire pool without me having to drain out all of the water. Well, our body is not set up to dump chlorine in, is not set up to dump all these chemicals and acid into our body. Of course not. But why not dump alkaline into your water? Okay, alkaline water, excuse me, back up. Dump alkaline water into your bodies. Okay, so that way it detoxifies your body, it hydrates your body, it enhances your immune system, it neutralizes the acidic that's in your body. So your body has to be around the level of the green area. If you look at the graph at the top, the green area all the way up to the blue area. Very seldom do you see someone's body in the alkaline level of 12, 13, and 14. Okay. I've seen it anywhere between 10, 11. And so that's where your body is now alkaline. It's at a homeostasis level where your pH balance is leveled out. You want your body to be leveled out because if it's acidic, if it's below neutral, your body is now prone to diseases and illnesses and be more prone to having hospital bills. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called preventative maintenance. You deserve it. Invest in yourself, invest in your body. So what we do is we filter out all of the contaminants, but then we put the calcium back in, the magnesium back in, the potassium back in. Those are 3 high quality minerals that are very important for our body. It helps regulate our body, metabolizes our body, and then it also helps maintain the fluid balance within our body. Okay, we even infuse it with hydrogen, so that helps it become an antioxidant that fights free radicals within our body. This is amazing why we share what we share. So the solution is the products that we have. Okay, our Clio, our Alka CT, and our Alka 75. Now, the Alka CT and the Alka 75, they are our alkaline drinking water systems. The Clio is just a shower head, so it duplicates a whole house water filtration system. I love mine because I call it the luxury spa experience. When I go to the spa, I spend anywhere between $200 and $300 for a spa experience. So imagine you stepping into your shower each and every day, morning, noon, and night, and taking a luxury spa experience right there in your shower and not having to spend $200, $300 every time. But the Clio, these are our products. Let me share with you how it actually works. I just love the shower. I get so happy every time. I feel like I just want to step back in the shower again. My husband, he said, normally I'm back in a routine of going to the gym every morning. And so he's like, Kim, you're about to go to the gym. Why are you stepping in the shower again? I'm like, well, I got to get my luxury spa experience before and after my gym. So I love it. It improves your hair health. It revitalizes your skin. Gives you calcium reduction from the water that's coming in because there are calcium buildup. If you ever see like the calcium, the white stuff that's hanging around your shower, it's due to the calcium buildup, and that could definitely ruin your pipes and your shower system. There's an aromatherapy included, which is an essential oil that's placed inside as a little pod. But as you can see, there's these little pods here too, the blue softener as well as the purple softener. The blue one boosts your skin and hydrates your hair. And then the purple pods smooths out the frizz and helps seals the split ends. My husband is bald, so this doesn't benefit him, but it benefits me. But it benefits me, and they say happy wife, happy life, right? This is the Alka CT. This is the countertop. This is the proud owner of Miss Cathy. She just bought one of these and has it installed. She's super excited about it. The Alka CT sits right on top of your counter. It's about the size of a coffee maker, and it has two tubings. It filters out the contaminants, and then it also adds the minerals back into it. So these are more of those that are dedicated. More dedicated to those that are in spaces such as apartments, condominiums, and things like that, or just those that just don't want to to invest in the larger one, which is also reasonable. Now, back up. The shower head is $1,099 for the shower head. And then for the Alpha CT is $2,495. Now, the Alpha 75 operates like this. The Alka 75 is amazing. Let me share with you. Let me stop this real quick and share with you this video. This video here had me like head over heels. I was completely sold when I saw this video, because if a filter could do this, I'm like, I'm all on board. This will clean out every single contaminant that will go through your
show you exactly how powerful this technology is. I'm going to put Coca-Cola through the system so that you can see how well it works. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. As you can see, it's coming out crystal clear. This is how powerful the Red D is. It has taken all those contaminants from the Coca-Cola and has made it into crystal clear liquid water.
So if it could clean the coloring of the Coca-Cola, switch it from black to clear, think about the contaminants that you can't see. That filters all of that out. That's why only if I could just share with you how this pure water tastes, okay? It makes everything so much better. You're talking about, okay, as you can see, I'm Vietnamese. I eat a lot of rice. Well, you can't see I eat rice, but I'm Vietnamese and I do eat a lot of rice. When I cook my rice, it's so fluffy and it cleans so well. Like, you know, with rice, you cook it, you got to clean it like 3 different times. And normally I have to clean it like the 4th and 5th time just to get all of that starch and all that junk out, right? But what I never realized is I'm cleaning it, I'm cleaning my rice with water that has contaminants in it. So when I'm pouring water, this is before my alkaline system. So when I'm cleaning my rice, I'm putting water that is full of contaminants in my water. So I'm swishing around contaminants inside my rice. I'm pouring it out and pouring more, cleaning out my rice, but pouring more contaminants into my rice. So my rice is now absorbed with all of these contaminants. I put it in my rice cooker, I cook it and I eat it, and I'm like, I'm eating contaminants. I'm as simple as it is, I just didn't realize it. I did not realize it. But now when I clean my rice with alkaline water, it's so much cleaner. It's so much fluffier. And that first round of rice that I cleaned, the water is instantly white. Why? Because I don't have contaminants swishing around my water, swishing around and trying to clean contaminants, trying to clean my rice. Think about that. That's an oxymoronic statement, okay? But it tastes so much better. And ladies and gentlemen, if I could just explain how this water tastes, I would say it's like pure cleanliness, just dancing on your taste buds. That's how amazing it is. It's absolutely amazing. But just to go back and share the screen again. This is your the Alka 75 system. It's $3,995. You could choose to pay it outright, or you could choose to invest in financing it. Feel free to get back with the person that invited you to the call. Most likely it might have been Cathy, the beautiful lady that introduced me on this call. Get back with her. Let her know what you love best about what you saw, which product is best suited for you, and let her know. And what we could do is we could set up a time where you could have a free consultation one-on-one on an individual basis, where it's much more intimate and private, just you, myself, and Cathy. And then we could talk and discuss about any health challenges that you may have, and what is best suited for you, and how to move forward to a healthier you with our REINH H2O. So I have Miss Cathy, if you're still on the line, if you want to get back and say a few words and close out for us.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us on today. Let's give Miss Kim Bean some hearts and emojis in the chat to thank her for this awesome presentation. Totally amazing. Thank you so very much. We appreciate your knowledge. We appreciate you taking time out for us on today. And like Ms. Bean said, if there's anything that caught your attention, feel free to get back with me and we can set up a consultation with Mrs. Bean, and that will really elaborate more on your questions. All right. So you all have a wonderful and fantastic rest of your day. We're going to release you to your Saturday.
Oh, hold on. Wait, Cathy. Before you let us go and release us to our beautiful Saturday, could you share with us a health testimony with the alkaline water?
Oh, absolutely. Close to 16 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And that was when I learned about the water and what the water was doing to my body. That's when I transitioned and I started drinking alkaline water. And I've been drinking alkaline water ever since. And once I became more knowledgeable about this system, I immediately invest in it. I really believe in it. I trust in it. And I've been cancer free for 15, 16 years. And it's just amazing when you do a lifestyle change, what will happen for you. All
Praise
right.
God. And now you have your alkaline water right in your home at your
Yes, I
fingertips. You don't
do.
have to go to the store. You don't
That's
have to
it.
waste your time, your gas, your toll money
Exactly. Yes,
to
and I'm getting ready to order the shower head.
Okay. Well,
Yes, yes,
you call me, okay?
I will.
Well, awesome. Miss
All
Cathy, so
right.
that
All
luxury
right.
spa experience.
Everybody, Christine, Barbara, Tracy, Thomas, everyone, Dee, Javita, welcome and thank you for joining me on today, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. God bless.
Bye-bye.